We're back again. Tom Curtin from Bravo AV.
Rob from National Smart Home. How are you?
We're outside. We could do this video inside, but it's a beautiful day. So we're here in the backyard, and we're here to talk about two relatively new Sonos products and when to use them, and then we'll unbox them and show them to you and all that good stuff. Sonos is moving from their S1 platform, which is going to be their legacy platform, which will be all products before 2014, and they're moving to their S2 platform, which will have a lot more features that they can roll out. So the S2 products, of which these are both part of, have much more memory and CPU capacity to handle what's coming down the pike. So we're excited about that. But when do you, this is the amp and this is the port. When do you use them? The amp is when you are going straight out of, this is really an integrated amplifier, to a pair of speakers. Delivers 125 watts of digital amplification. It can drive 4 speakers maximum. We usually just ride 2 on this. But it's got an amplifier. You talk to it via your phone wirelessly. It's nice in that it's now 125 watts. Before we had 50 watts, so somewhat constrained at times. Didn't have enough power to drive what we wanted to. So this is our basic setup. Amp to 2 speakers, and those speakers can range in quality. But when we step it up and we want to take it to the next level, for instance, in my office, I got a pair of Focal Electra Series in ceiling. Okay, I'm using a port which has no amplification. I'm going to a Parasound Halo 2-channel amp to those 2 speakers, because I really want that sound quality in my office where I spend way too much time. So that's how you use the 2 products. Let's take a look and see what's in them.
So they're basically both the same products, just one has an amplifier built into it. Connect it right to my speakers.
Yes.
This, I need an amplifier or a receiver.
Yep. 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 Typically you wouldn't use a receiver because you don't need the other parts that the receiver has. You would just get a 2-channel amp.
Right. In my living room, where I have a 5.1 setup, I might want
yes.
some Sonos.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right, so very nice presentation. Your amp comes in a little bag. I mean, what's great about that is it just prevents it from getting scratched. You've got your welcome packet. In here is a connector somewhere. RCA connectors. We'll just move this for now. So beautiful, beautiful design. They're meant to be stacked on top of one another because they take air through the bottom, comes right through the top, and then there's chimneys through multiple units. So it really doesn't have any controls on the front. I mean, it's got a play pause, but you're not using that. You're using your phone. On the back, you've got your RCA inputs. You've got a sub out, so that's really handy when you're
amplified?
This is amplified.
The sub?
No, that's going to be line level to a powered sub.
Okay.
Right? But there you go. You talked about those subs before. That's how you get it. And then here are my left and right speaker connectors. Super simple. Power button. Not much more to say. The beauty of the Sonos product is the design, but it's really the software.
The simplicity.
The simplicity of the software, right? So what can you listen to when you have a Sonos system? Well, you can listen to all your digital content. So if you've got music ripped on the home network, we can point this to it, and it can access it. It's got availability for Sirius XM. A lot of people have that in their car and want those same channels in their house. And then it has internet radio, which I break into 2 completely separate cams. One is the 100,000 stations around the world. Local flavor, local DJ, perhaps you have a favorite station from South Carolina where you really like it, or perhaps your children are studying Spanish or Italian or Portuguese, you can get those stations. You can just play that and their ear will develop. They'll understand the nuances of the pronunciation passively just by listening to Portuguese radio.
Even if you're not from this country originally, you like to listen to your Greek radio or whatever.
Yes, yes. This is the ticket.
You listening?
This is the ticket. This is the ticket. Now, the part that most people focus on are the services. The Pandora, the Spotify, and 50 others. I mean, it's unbelievable. And now, there's two fantastic high-res services available, TIDAL and Qobuz. And they're going to give you a much higher quality stream to your system. So that's what I have. I actually have both TIDAL and Qobuz.
Mm-hmm. Which one do you like better?
Or
certain genres you get more?
You know, Qobuz, with certain plans, allows you to buy the music and download it and have it local. Their libraries are similar but not identical. So sometimes I want to listen to something in particular, and I'm going to have to go to one or the other to find it. So that's the amp. Straightforward, drives two pairs of speakers. When we want to take a step up and we're using external amplification, we're going to go to the port. And the port has the same functionality. When you open up your app and you go to the living room or the dining room or whatever, you have no idea, you know, if it's a port or if it's an amp, you know, and it doesn't matter because the experience is the same. Okay, there you go. Nice and pretty. And it's a little bag. You know, we didn't show this on the amp, but you know, here's your doodads, you know, your interconnects, your power supply, cable, all that. So put that back in, have the port. This is the port. Super simple. Okay, on the back of the Sonos port, we do have some RCA inputs. You can feed your auxiliary device into this. We've got RCA outputs that will go to an amplifier directly, but we also have a digital out. So you can take this port, go to a DAC, a much higher quality DAC, and then go to a very high quality amplifier to a great pair of speakers. So what I like about the port and the amp is the number of ways that we can employ it. Sort of good, better, best, outrageous level of sound. Interface is identical. You don't know what hardware you're talking to. You just pick it up, you say, boom, dining room, boom, office. So super handy that the interface stays the same and you don't know what the gear is behind it. So we are big proponents of Sonos. We're very excited about S2 coming out. The communication around it has been a little bit of fits and starts. They've ironed out a lot of that. It's too much to go into in this video, but please call us if you're thinking about upgrading to the S2 platform. You can stay in the S1 platform, but it's going to be frozen in time. You will not be able to add new S2 capable products into an S1 system. So if you're fine being frozen in time, great. If you look to progress, pick up some of the new features, we're going to have to talk to you about migrating to S2. Tom Kernan from Bravo AV. We're located in Burnsville, 80 Morristown Road. We're in the Burnsville Center. We're right next to Gary's. We'd love to see you come by and talk to us about Sonos. Obviously, we have it on display. We can hand you an iPad. You can see how it works. You can play. You can drive. That's really the best way to get it handled.
It's the biggest streaming audio out there. It says enough.
Well, there's nothing else.
Right.
There's nothing else that comes close to what Sonos delivers.
And the two things now that I'm looking is you mentioned Qobuz and TIDAL.
Yeah.
And you're telling me I put a DAC, which is a digital audio converter.
Yep.
So with those two services that, again, give me the full bandwidth,
Yep.
adding a really nice DAC
Yes.
with it, I mean, you're like, all right,
Yes.
what?
You're smiling.
I am
That's
smiling.
what you are. You are smiling.
I am.
Because really, the black boxes are okay. But really, we're in the business of delivering smiles. We use these black boxes to get you those smiles. We're super excited about what's coming down the pike with Sonos. We hope you are too. I'm sure you'll have some questions. Please feel free to reach out and contact us. Tom Kernan, Bravo AV, 908-953-0555. Thank you very much for watching. Rob?
From National Smart Home, thank you. Thank you, Tom. And always check out Tom's knowledge base at bravoav.com. Again, he's going to have pull sheets or data sheets or documents on everything he just described, design, your holistic design approach.
Yes, critical. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon.